morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is Friday, the first day of my weekend. So I am heading off to an arboretum, a local arboretum, and even though it's local, I have never been to this one, despite having planned to go many times, and for one thing or another, it's just not happened. So my sister Jackie has an unusual Friday off. It doesn't often happen, but she has the Friday off, so we're going to go together and have a nice walk on this, what should be a beautiful day, blue sky out there, 22 to 24 degrees day on a lovely September morning. So that's what we're going to do with our day, and then I've got to come home and do boring paperwork. And also I've agreed to pick Kenzie up from school today so he doesn't have to come home on the school bus. Jackie has suggested this morning that we do a little bit of Shinrin Yoku, a little bit of forest bathing, and suggested we've got our bikinis out. I have just sort of said to her that my body is not really bikini friendly at the moment. I have put on about a stone in the last 6 months, started off as 6 pounds, and then kind of went the wrong direction. I'm trying to tackle that. Certainly won't be getting a bikini out in the woods today. So yes, no woodland forest bathing for us. But we can do it fully clothed. I mean, I'm in shorts and t-shirt. It's not like, you know, I can't go and enjoy the trees and even lay underneath them under the dappled lights and enjoy the energy from those trees. And I'm meeting my sister at 10:30, so I'm going to leave here in about an hour's time. So I think what I'll do is actually have another cup of tea, have some breakfast. I've got laundry to put on. I have just washed all of these dishes. I hope to be able to put them in the dishwasher, but whoever's turn it was to do the dishwasher has not. I've got some terracotta pipes which I want to use for a project that are currently in the back of Spog, and I need to remember to move those out of Spog before I drive, otherwise they will go clunk, clunk, clunk in Spog. And later on this evening we would be taking Brendan for his second Pfizer vaccine, so we'll be doing that. Kenzie's coming along for the ride because I'm really trying to find him school shirts, and so far, after 3 attempts at buying school shirts, we've had zero luck in finding ones that either fit him, are not too see-through, or have short sleeves rather than long sleeves. There's been a problem with every single one of them. So hopefully we will fix that problem, and Tesco will be able to help us with that, because otherwise we're just going to keep washing and wearing the same two, which is a faff. I don't know if you can hear this noise. It's not a rat gnawing at my skirting boards. The other noise you will hear occasionally is not an ancient modem dialing up to internet. It is our fridge freezer, which I think is potentially on its way out. It has always mooed, like sometimes you think there's a cow in there. Then this gnawing rat noise started, and I did worry there was something in the walls, in the skirting boards. But now it's started with this modem noise as well, and the gnawing has become more aggressive. So I'm thinking it's going to pack up at some point. It's incredibly old, and by incredibly old I mean for an appliance that's never needed to be fixed. I think it's older than Kenzie, who's 15. So, and it's only got 3 legs. The other one's held up on a kid's building block. So I think really it's done well, and we could really do with replacing it. So Lee and I, either tonight while we're in the shopping area, what is it called, retail park that we're going to, we'll have a look maybe there, or if not, over the weekend at some point we will go and have a little look at new fridge freezers. It's probably going to be quite pricey, but like I said, after 15 years, I'd rather we replaced it now than waited until it packed up and then lost all the food and then emergency purchasing something. So yeah, we're being sensible and thinking ahead. Right, I'm going to make myself some ready for breakfast. I'm going to make myself another cup of tea. I'm going to get this laundry on and get ready to go. It seems I haven't time for a cup of tea because I got sidetracked by trying to clean the blinds in my kitchen. and oh my goodness, what a mission that is. Those blinds need replacing. But they'd got so dirty I thought I'd try and clean them, but they are falling apart and they're held together with knots and bits of string and what have you. And I ended up making quite a mess on the side in the kitchen, so I've had to dry the side down. And I've only managed to clean half of them, like, you know, this half. I've still got this half to do, but I need to get ready to go see my sister. So I've given up that job. And I'm thinking it might be easier just to organise a trip to IKEA and pick up new ones. I've been thinking that for a while. I thought that before lockdown, but then, you know, that happened and I haven't been to IKEA since. So I think I might need to do that. But the first thing I'm going to do now, though, before heading off, is to go and empty the terracotta pipes out of Spog, so that I can then travel without worrying about breaking them as I go along. So you can come and help me if you like. Are you only good at lifting? How's your back? Marvellous. That's that job done. Right, have about 20 minutes before I need to leave. So I might just sit down and do some editing with what I've already filmed this morning. Keep myself up to date. I've just arrived at the Arboretum. It is the Hardcore Arboretum at Newnham Courtney. Like I said, it's not that far from home, and for some reason I've never been here. I'm just waiting for Jackie to arrive. She was leaving the same time as I was, so she should be here pretty soon. It's a stunning day. There is literally not a cloud in the sky. It really is quite beautiful. Frustratingly, it has just occurred to me that I've totally forgotten to bring my book for my tree challenge with Imo. I might remember some of the ones I'm looking for. I've got a lot of really unusual ones that I'm looking for. I'm just going to have to take notes of ones that I think stand out in my mind and hope for the best, that they're in the book somewhere. I'll have to check them off when I get back. Oh, bother it. I noticed something that not everyone's going to fully appreciate, but Pokemon fans will. I think this looks like an Executor. It's the Execute evolution. I just expect it to have a head on the end and some palm trees. But it was its bottom half that made me think about it. I'll put a little picture at the side there and you can say whether or not you agree with me. It's actually a monkey puzzle. So this is a tree I've talked about before, which was kind of referred to as the dinosaur tree. It was found, its fossils were found with dinosaur bones or with dinosaur fossils. And they're very obvious, you know, they're very, what's the word I'm looking for? Jackie, help me. Distinctive, thank you, that's the word. It says here that the world population is very vulnerable and it only has about 80 mature trees and 300 seedlings found in Wollomie National Park, and it's called the Wollomie Pine. Is that America? It sounds American.
It sounds American.
Wollomie National Park. Okay. But it says here, soon after its discovery, seeds of the Wollomie Pine were harvested from the trees by helicopter. How do you harvest it by helicopter?
Blue Mountains, Australia.
Blue Mountains, Australia. We shouldn't have just skim read, should we? So how do you harvest seeds by helicopter? I mean, do you hover above it and then the wind, the downforce blows all the seeds off, and then you run around like someone trying to catch, you know, all those pound notes or whatever they were in that chamber, you know, if you catch all the notes you get to keep them. Crystal maze type thing.
With silver and gold.
Or do they run around with like some sticky stuff on them collecting the seeds as...
Or do you descend like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible?
And catch them from underneath the helicopter?
Get them
yeah, that might be it. They might have nothing to do with the downforce.
No.
could just be people dangling and picking them from the trees. I'd love to know how the helicopters helped in that. Right there. We're just having a moment. We've insulted the monkey puzzle tree. Jacky said it wasn't mature enough to produce any cones, unlike its elder over there, which is clearly not an elder, it's a monkey puzzle.
It's not a U either.
It's not a U. No, I asked. I said, we're talking about you, but you're not a U. Oh, goodness me. It's got very confusing, but then she shouted at it to just grow up.
Mature.
Stop being so immature. Right. Well, now we've insulted this poor tree. Shall we find something else to insult? So the immature tree is very spiky, but look, they are coming off the bottom. And I think it's a protective thing to stop it being chewed by wildlife. So once it's more established and matured,
It has a harder skin.
it's a tougher skin. It can put up with stuff and being insulted by, like, we can insult this one, but we can't insult that one because it's too delicate. So yeah, it's. But why does it still have spiky bits up there? Maybe
It's not that mature, it's a teenager.
it's a teenager, because the one over there doesn't have spikes. So maybe it's only slightly toughened its skin. This is a bottle brush tree, and I'm wondering if that's in my book. And it's bottle brush because it has these spiky bits that stick up and the flowers stick up off the top. Now it's either in my book or I've read about it somewhere. But I'm going to, there you go, photographic evidence here that I have seen it in case it is in my book, and I can mark it off. We're right on the edge of the Arboretum, so it's quite noisy with the traffic on the main road outside. But we came this way because of the pigs. They've got pigs that are clearing areas of land, and I guess they move around slightly. There we are. Hello, you beautiful piggies. Hi.
They're doing a good job.
They are.
Hello.
And a good old route around, literally. Don't put spiders in my ear, please. Thanks. It does have a lot of dead spiders on him.
Does it? Or if they're dead, they're not going to be climbing in your ear.
No. The ones I can see are dead. We've got an awful lot of sap dripping down as well.
Yeah?
It's a very leaky tree. Very leaky.
Pine leakage.
Pine leakage, yes. They're very nice. Knobbly
And creaky.
and creaky. Many other descriptive words. What a nifty bit of kit. A tree gator slow release watering bag. So I guess you fill it up and over time it seeps through to keep the young trees watered. So I think we should sit here on this beautiful table carved out of some tree and have a snack. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And you can tell the camera, Jacky, about our offerings.
We are making some offerings for Mabon. A couple of days late, but I'm sure Goddess won't mind.
I'm sure she won't.
She's been busy. A lot of offerings.
It's the thought that counts. And I'm a late gifter. So if people have babies, I come in like a month late. Or, if somebody's family has passed away, then I come in a month late. Because I think the flowers and stuff will have died off. And they're thinking people have forgotten about how they're feeling. And that's when I give them a gift.
That's a good idea, yes.
Yes, so that's what we're doing with this.
So we're collecting bits and bobs, and I brought some flowers and making some.
Oh, I see, you're threading the leaves on. I hadn't noticed you do that. That's very nice.
And I can hang it as well.
Yeah, beautiful. These are our food offerings, but I've bought a lot of things that Jacky doesn't like. Well, not a lot of things at all, really, because I didn't have a lot of things in the house. But she's bought nice, yummy stuff, look. A very big and holy tree stump with a very strange face. Looks a bit grumpy there.
I am most displeased. Stop standing on me. Yeah.
I've decided to bring my collecting to an end, and I have bound everything together, and now we just need to find the perfect spot for our offering. I have these beautiful flowers in my van. Jackie gave them to me and said I could either offer them or keep them, and I wasn't prepared to give them up. So they're currently in a water bottle in my van. And she has all sorts of lovely... Oh, you've attached a pine cone as well. Very nice. Mummy and 2 babies. To me, that is definitely a sign that we need to put our offerings under this oak tree. See, it's slightly pickled on the brambles. And it's also by water. It's the right tree.
Well, you've not got no fear, have you? I've just turned away from you.
I'm just picking Kenzie up from school. I promised him I would pick him up today so he didn't have to catch the school bus. And I think I can see him coming now. It's a lovely hot day. He's going to want to take that blazer and tie off as soon as he gets into the van, I think. And then I need to pick up some toilet roll and some washing tablets for the dishwasher, but we might do that when we get into town. I'm not sure. We're going into town tonight, so I might just do it then. Brendan, have you got your thing you need? Your card?
My card that says I was stabbed officially by a nurse, yes.
You do know you don't need to wear a mask in our own garden.
I'm used to it by now.
There he goes. Off to get his second jab. To pass the time, Lee and I are discussing if Marmite was a vegetable. What sort of vegetable would it be? Lee says Marmite would be a root vegetable, didn't you?
A root vegetable, a leafy root vegetable.
And it would be black in colour.
It would be black in colour, hence Marmite is black.
What shape would it be? Would it be, I think it would be like tubery, like rather than carroty.
I was
Like, it
thinking
wouldn't be
more be
long.
bulby.
Bulby, yes, like bulbous.
Bulbous.
Like a I don't know, what's a root vegetable that's round? Like a beetroot.
Beetroot or turnip.
Yeah, would it be small like a beetroot or would it be bigger? Like,
Yeah.
would it be like an underground haggis?
Yes, it'd be probably,
You think it would be big?
yeah, maybe bigger than a turnip.
Bigger than a turnip.
Or a seed.
And what colour flowers would it have?
It would have green roots with yellow flowers on.
I think
Like the
yellow
jar.
flowers too, like the jar. I think it would have beetroot coloured leaves, like more of a dark colour than light
It would
green.
be very nice because you could boil it very carefully and just slice off bits of...
So would you eat it like that? Like, could you have mushed up Marmite, like vegetable, and have it in a jar? Or would it
Like
just...
potato and swede.
Could you cut it up? Could you like slice bits off it and have it as a vegetable?
Yeah, like
on
you do
its
with
own?
beetroot.
Like you do with beetroot.
Yeah, you just boil
So
it
it
up.
would be very much beetrooty, wouldn't it? I think,
Yeah,
just
slice
bigger.
it up.
If
Pickle it.
Marmite were a vegetable.
I'm hungry now. Is it
Things-
kebab time yet?
Not yet. Things that you discuss when you're waiting for somebody to come out of an appointment. Why do you need a moist zone in your fridge?
Why do you need to have these things on the fridge?
And the freezers are all drawers rather than...
You get a couple of freezer packs in there, a couple of frozen curries, and that's about it in there, I think, would you?
No. I mean, they might be easier to get to be
Packet fish-
honest, because you're not
packet-
rummaging to the back, are you?
Oh, a pack of fish fingers, maybe?
Well, no, you've got the bit at the top, but then you've got all of that underneath.
Well, they have the whole lot, didn't they? Yeah, that's
So they're
nice, isn't it?
bigger than the 3 drawers we've got. special ice cube trays that tip out, apparently. And a scoop.
Excessive, really. It's so retro looking.
It is very
it's even got a
retro.
temperature gauge.
We need this, do we?
We need it.
That's
When
not
I-
actually a temperature gauge though, is it? Oh, it is.
I
That's so
would
cool.
presume so.
Yeah, I like that.
It's cool. It's fancy for when our one breaks because it's getting used like a million times a day. Razor ones.
It's dark.
My vision works best in dark.
Does it?
It really didn't. It was.
Not including adverts and promotion. Sorry, 126 million in revenue. Your profit should have been 300 million in
It looks big.
You got chili in there.
Nice.
Glass Andrew.
Yum, 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 yum. What are you thinking? Yeah?
I didn't get much tomato in the first bite, so.
Oh, you got a tomato with your first bite. Oh my goodness. It is 9:45 and we have literally just got in. Kenzie's made a cup of tea and I've just had a very quick shower. 9:45 at night. Still couldn't get Kenzie's shirts, and I did go to Tesco to have a look, and I was going to get some fuel while I was at Tesco because it's cheap, but apparently there's some panic buying fuel thing going on, and I was not going to be part of it. I would still be in the queue now if I did. I've got 3 bars of fuel left on Spog's fuel gauge, and you know, if we run out, we run out. We just don't go anywhere. So it's really not the end of the world, and we've still got fuel in Brendan's car, so we will have fuel, and Lee's got fuel, so we're not going to join the panic buying sheep out there who are literally queued and queued and queued to get hold of fuel. I don't know what's got into people. It's like the whole toilet roll thing of COVID all over again. It's crazy. So yes, needless to say, I didn't get in the queue for the fuel. I'm going to sit and read some of my book. My friend Virginia lent me this book. And it is based on an incredible true story. And it's about a woman who wants to be a teacher in Scotland. And from what I'm working out, she is going to be the governess for the Queen, or the Queen-to-be, Elizabeth and Margaret, when they were kids. I haven't got very far into it, but it looks really good, so I'm going to have a read of that. And get this vlog up is the other thing. Tomorrow I have haircuts, which is why I haven't bothered washing my hair because it's going to be dyed. And we're going to be building the toilet at Forest School. So it's very an outdoorsy day tomorrow afternoon, so I'm hoping the weather will be good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, and while I remember, there will be another proper Arboretum vlog coming out at some point with just the Arboretum in, without all this other waffly stuff. More shots of the Arboretum, so keep an eye out for that.